Hey, and welcome to the Crew Podcast. We are the hottest podcast rocking right now. We are currently looking for 6 amazing hosts to join our family for season 2 that will kick off February the 1st, 2024. If you're looking for an opportunity to allow your voice, your perspective, and your brand to be heard around the world and seen around the world, then join the Crew Podcast.
Aspiring Authors Magazine is a founding sponsor for Da Crew Podcast. Get featured inside the magazine and allow your voice to be heard around the world.
Aspiring Authors Magazine is an international magazine founded in May of 2020 by Queen Angela. Get featured.
Hey. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go.
It's my time to rise. It's my time to shine. It's my time to live. It's my time to fly.
Hey, y'all, and welcome. It's your time. I guess y'all was probably expecting someone else, but it's me. I am the visionary of the Crew Podcast, and tonight I get a chance to interview the interviewer. So she's been interviewing all of the hosts throughout this first season here on the Crew Podcast. Y'all, I tell you, I'm excited to come from behind the scene to be able to interview this young lady and get an opportunity for you guys to get up close and personal with her on tonight. So I want you guys to share this in your circle of influence. For those that do not know who I am, of course, I am the queen of collaborations. I am the visionary of this amazing network, along with Aspiring Authors Magazine. And my whole desire is to be the change that I desire to see in this world. And I am so happy to be able to present to you guys tonight this young lady who's definitely being a part of the change that she wants to see in this world. She's doing it in the literary world. She is, when I tell you, she is stepping out of her circle, her box, and exploring some things. I'm excited for what God is doing for her. But I'm going to move out the way and I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. So come on.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. How you doing?
I am good. You guys, I am not doing the interviewing tonight. Yay. You get to learn about me. What's going on, girlie?
Wow. Well, I tell you, there's not a whole lot going on with me. Always same old. Glad to be able to come from behind the scenes and be able to do this on tonight. I tell you, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to share you with the world because I've sit back and I have truly watched you grow. I watched you develop your gift and your talent, and you've allowed the world to see exactly a little bit about yourself. But if you would just start off by just letting everybody that may not know you, because I'm sure we are expanding, so we're getting some new viewers here and there. So those that may not know you, if you would briefly introduce yourself.
So, my name is Patrice Gribble, and I am known as SC Book Gal 843, and I am from South Carolina, area code 843. So that's Charleston. And oh Lord, what can I tell you guys? I work for the Charleston County Public Library System. Love you guys. My Herd St. Andrews family. There's so many of them. For 18 years, you guys. Like, when I first started, I could not find a book on the shelf. But now it's a whole different ball game. Like, I love African American authors and indie authors, because the indie authors, y'all have that hunger that comes through your books. I'm a mother of two. My oldest is James. He's going to be 21 in December. Happy birthday. And my youngest one is 8, and that's that little girl, Anaya. um, I'm an auntie to my 3 nephews. I call them the Get Frick crew. Eric, TL, and King, aka Kevin. And I have 2 beautiful sisters who work on my nerves, a host of family. Um, I just love the world of lit. I love literature. I love books. Um, I love children's books that show diversity. Because when I first started reading to my 21-year-old, we had to read books about dogs and, no offense, you guys, but little white kids, and we couldn't relate to it. And now, my 8-year-old, there is just so many books that portray her as a main character. So it's a love. Um, I'm a podcaster for the crew. Um, and my shows are on the second and fourth, but that's going to be changing, and it's a good thing. We'll talk about that later. Um, what else? Yeah, that's about it. I can't think of nothing else.
Wow. You talked about diversity. So as a black librarian, because y'all are very few in numbers compared to the amount of librarians it is in this world. Um, have you experienced or faced any type of representation as far as diversity in the literary world? Um, have you faced any challenges?
um, Personally, at work, I have, and it's funny because I would have the individuals come to the desk, and they'll be like, um, one I was blatant. He was like, "Can you go get somebody back there who knows um what to do, or can you go get somebody else to do it?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll go back there and get someone." And to only come full circle because the person I got back there actually needed me to help. So it's funny because I come back out like, "Hey, so you need help again?" And they'll look at me like, "Ooh." Um, so I've seen it on the negative side, but I've also seen it on the positive side. Whereas I would go to schools and the kids be like, "You work at a library?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" "You don't act like you work at a library." So what does a librarian look like? And they would tell me, "Old wrinkled lady with glasses." Well, I ain't old, I ain't wrinkled, but I do wear glasses, so I'm one of the three. So on both ends, yes, I have dealt with it, positive and negatively.
So, what are some insightful stories or experiences you can share with us that you have experienced being a librarian in Charleston, South Carolina?
Wow. One, I have to admit, has been the people that I work with. Um, my Herd St. Andrews family, they're beautiful. Um, it's literally a family, you guys, literally a family. So they make every day going to work and us helping each other. It's just like the puzzle piece together. Um, Another, well, one of the biggest things that has happened so far, and why I say so far because I know God has so much in store for me, is this year I was the recipient of the 2023 Cynthia Graham Hurd Award. In layman's term, it's the Employee of the Year. um, but it was such an honor to have this award that was named after my mentor. um, Cynthia. And to think that my coworkers felt this way about me to give me this award, it was like even more better. Um, uh, I love to see my kids. I used to deal with teens. I used to work in teen services. Now I'm solely in adult services. So after 18 years, you're seeing your teens now they're adults and they have their own kids and they come back with their kids and they be like, hey, Miss Patrice, remember I give you that hard time? That's like, so what are you doing with your life now? Oh, Miss Patrice, I did do and I this and I that and to think that you played a factor in their lives and they had such a great experience and now they're bringing their kids back. It's like, where else can you get this feeling? To wake up in the morning and be like, yes, another day. I get to go there. I get to introduce another young man sometimes to a book, or another young lady to a book, or this old lady who wants to read the street literature. And you're like, all right, now, let me find out. So, yeah, there's so many different stories I have, but those are the ones that I keep near to me.
I can hear the passion you have about being a librarian and being able to impact individuals in the literary aspect of the world. Um, what would be your advice to someone that was thinking about becoming a librarian, or you would encourage someone to become a librarian, because you know that that's not something that you hear people pushing. It's not a profession that you hear a lot about. So it has to be a need for it. So what would you say to someone that's listening that enjoys reading um, and enjoy books? How could you convince that person to get into becoming a librarian? And are there men librarians?
Oh, yes, there are. My manager actually is a male, and he's like one of the coolest people that I've ever met. He's so cool, Mr. Alvar. Hats off to you. There are some black male librarians. Um, I got Mr. Ray, and we got Mr. G, Mr. Gerald. There are two African American male branch managers. So they're not just librarians, these are branch managers. So it's like kudos to them. So I am a librarian by years of experience. Okay. I am what you call a paraprofessional. So, in other words, I don't have that beautiful degree. Now, I can hear my AD in my head right now, and my AD is that's the admin team. They're like the third under the director. And I can hear them say, okay, Trees, you know, you can get the degree, you can get the degree. But I am a mother first. So I do a lot of webinars, I do a lot of training to make sure that I am always current on what's going on in the world of libraries. Now, there are individuals who I work with that are becoming librarians. And if you're an African American, I'm telling you, there are so many scholarships out there that you can literally go to school for free, like for free, you guys. Um, and you would think like, well, Trees, why won't you go to school? Because, like I just said, I'm a mother first, and I I I'm going with the value of a mother. Like, okay, I've had my chance. I've got an 8-year old now, and I want her to have me behind her 100%. But that won't stop me from the goals that I have because, look, I got things I got to do. I got somebody right here on this side, I think would be, who has my back and who pushes me. So I would say go for it. If you don't want to go to school, Go work. Embody yourself with your vision. You want to become a librarian? You want to spread the word of diversity? You want to spread the word of literature? Have books around you 24/7. If I was to take my camera off, and God, I will not do that to you guys, you will find you will find books in every single point of my house. Yes, everywhere there's a book. And why? Because I know that's where my heart is. So if that's what you want to do, get those scholarships, stick to it, keep going. If you don't want to do the educational route, then you can be an associate, a specialist, a paraprofessional. You can go that route. But if your life is in literature, go for it. We need more of us.
So, okay, I know you oftentimes, I hear you on your shows oftentimes talking about um, urban literature, self published authors, things of that nature. As a librarian, because I want to be able to tie your profession into the things that you do outside as well. So, as a librarian, what advice would you give to self published authors that's looking to promote and sell their books effectively?
Oh, something I got to do for myself. And I try to do it all the time. And I'm seeing a little glimpse of where I'm being consistent. Consistency is it. Show up for yourself, like somebody told us. Well, say her name is Angela. Show up for yourself. You are the first promoter of your book. You you feed the passion. You set the fire. If the fire is hot, people are gonna come because they want to get warm and they want to know what's going on with the fire. They want to know, why is this fire sitting here? Out of all this heat, why is this fire here? And you're gonna draw them in. But the only way they're gonna draw in is if you show that passion first. And the passion is a fire. So show up for yourself, be consistent, passion is fire, and ignore others around you. Those naysayers.
So, also, are there resources at the library that self-published authors can use?
Ooh, you guys who are in Charleston, South Carolina, Somerville, Charleston, Georgia, if you just want to come down here, this month is National Authors, we call it NaNoWriMo, National Authors Writing, something and another, but I call it National Writing Month. And this month, we are showcasing how to be self published. I even got a guy whose name is Julian, who does classes at our library, did a podcast class. We had 4 people showed up. They wanted to start their own podcast. We have a group that's going to be talking about panel discussions on how to start a book, write a book, get over the writer's block, self-publishing versus going to a publishing house. We have a computer that has Adobe that you can do your you can make your cover, you can type your book. We have a creative studio at our library where you can put your book together and you can have that one baby copy for yourself. So we have a lot of resources, especially in the month of November. So stop by the library. Almost all the libraries, you can tell Miss Patrice. But if you want to stop by her St. Andrews, that's where it's actually St. Rittenberg. Come on by.
So, do you know of any platforms, or do you suggest any platforms that self-published authors may be able to showcase their book on?
So there are plenty of platforms, you guys, and there are plenty of levels. Okay, um, you have Wattpad, you have another one that's called Book Mats, um, Blurb. You have your Amazon. There are little ones that are around. I would always say look at your budget, but then also invest. Okay. Don't think, oh, I'm going to go for the free option. Whereas if you don't drink Starbucks for about a month, you would save up what? Close to $500, and you can invest a little bit more. Um, so that's just for your publishing purposes. Now, marketing. Oh my God, you got all these free social media out here. I mean, I've screenshot so many books off of TikTok till it isn't funny. Um, and on Facebook, I just gave up because it was always a new book that I was seeing. Um, and let's say you want to now invest in social media marketing. You have Canva. Canva is now my best friend. And if you need help with any of that, of course you got YouTube University. And then you do have individuals who are able to guide you. Um, Wayne's Transformation. That's my podcast sister. You have this lady here on the side, Miss Queen Collaboration. You have them. So you have so many avenues to the point that you have no excuse not to get your book out there.
Wow. So, what can we expect from Patrice in 2024?
You know what, you guys? I don't know. But I will tell you, it'll be more than what you got in 2023. And that's going to be a lot. Because Angela can tell you, if you saw me in 2022, you would never believe me right here in 2023. 2022 was a year of loss for me. Um, Lost a best friend, lost my mother, lost a marriage. And 2023, I never forget New Year's Eve. Well, before New Year's Eve, I had a friend. She told me to go wipe your face. I was like, I can't. What? She kept on telling me, go wipe your face. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go do this. But I never know that one simple act when she was talking to me, she was feeding into my spirit. Because God knows, Angela told me I was crying, I was snot nosing. You guys, I was a hot mess. So to see with 2022 to 2023, and God, how much He has blessed me in 2023, even my kids, even my nephews, my sisters, my family in general, I am, I don't know what He has me in 2024. All I know is I'm going to buckle up and I'm going to go for this ride.
Well, you have a question. Black Diamond said, what would you say to someone who would like to switch genres?
Do it. Do it. Genres is just an enclosed box. And I love to see authors jump out of that box because it kind of introduces you to a whole new world. Okay. Me starting off just reading street lit, then I started doing contemporary, and then I started doing Christian fiction. And I never knew that I would go through all those. Um, Now I'm actually starting to read fantasy. Never ever thought I would read fantasy, but I'm there. So feel free, jump out of it, just go for it. Girl, Travita, I see your comment. God will blow your
All right.
mind if you allow
Well,
him access.
if
I'm
you allow him
scared.
access. So, one more question for
Travita,
you.
I'm
And
scared.
then, so will Patrice ever write a book?
Why I feel like that was a setup question. Will I ever write a book? I think I will. But what it would be about, I have no idea. Because if I write about my life and this roller coaster I've been on, you guys will think I'm lying. I would have to pull out receipts. And when I pull out receipts, you'd be like, oh, this chick was serious. So, yes, I would like to write a book. I am a part of some anthologies. So I can see that in the future. Yes, ma'am, Sharita, I will.
You see what your sister said. Well, I tell you, I truly, truly have enjoyed chatting with you on tonight. I hope those that are tuned in have been blessed by you on tonight. I look forward to seeing all that God has in store for you. How can people follow and support the things that you're doing and stay connected to you to see what you're doing in 2024?
Everything SC Book Gals and Friends on all social media. And if you can't find me in those, you can do SC Book Gal 843. The crew, always with the crew. And Facebook. My name is Patrice Grimble. Um, look for me. It's going to be some audio reviews, which I've got two of them coming up. We've got book reviews, more authors interviews, because I'm going from 2 days, you guys, a week to every week, every week, every week, every Saturday. I'm so excited. More authors. Um, yeah, just catch me. It's SC Book Gal 843, SC Book Gals and Friend, and Patrice Grimble and the crew.
All right. Again, I truly have enjoyed being with you on tonight. I look forward to all that you're going to be doing in 2024. Again, I thank everyone for tuning in on tonight. If you would like to be a part of our amazing family and be a host over here on the crew, we have space for 6 amazing hosts. So come on over, get hooked up with the crew, and make yourself at home. We have a space for you. We are the change that we desire to see in this world. So in order to see change, we have to be the change. So that we desire is what we're doing. We're speaking about those things that we're passionate about. We're sharing with the world those things we're passionate about. And we're bringing people on that can pour in and pour out about those things that we're passionate about. So we look forward to connecting with you and hopefully bringing you on as a host. Well, y'all have a great night and check us out. We'll be back on tomorrow. We're on every night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One of us, amazing hosts, will be right here to bring you some great content. See you guys tomorrow. Be blessed.
Bye.